Alright. That didn't work, but, like, it's fine. We're gonna roll with it. Because we're gonna jump back in pretty soon. So where we will be... Alright. So, from here on out, this is now going to be uploaded to YouTube. So, just a heads up, I will not necessarily be talking to the chat nearly as much, and I'll be using my YouTuber voice instead of my Twitch voice. Neither of those were accurate to either of the voices I used in either of those locations. But, if you are watching this on YouTube after the fact, I encourage you guys to check out my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/GoldoaDragon, or Shay's channel, my opponent, the coach of the Dallas Starmies, that we are jumping into a battle against here right now. He does bring the Entei. Alright. He does bring the Entei. No Sylveon, no Palisand. He's got Entei, and he's got Hitmonlee. I saw the Hitmonlee being a possibility. Didn't expect him to bring Entei. Not gonna lie. I think I have answers to Entei pretty solidly. Now, Entei is the one thing stopping... Oh, God. Really stopping Rabombi from being a solid lead. Gosh, Hitmonlee, just do what I want you to do. Alright. Entei is being... Wow, okay. Entei is the one thing stopping Rabombi from being a really solid lead, getting webs up right away. I have options to deal with Entei in other situations, or in other mons, but I think my best lead at that point is going to be Metagross. Which sounds weird, since if I'm worried about the Entei lead, Metagross doesn't make a lot of sense. It also doesn't match well against Greninja. But either of those Vaporeon can switch into pretty freely, or Goodra can switch into pretty freely. And if he does lead with the Beedrill or the Garchomp, then I'm in good position. So that's, I think, going to be my best lead here. And if he does go with the Entei lead to counter a Rabombi lead, then that's fine. And otherwise, I can pretty much get up Stealth Rocks. If he leads Garchomp, I'm just going to click Ice Punch. I'm not going to worry about it. And if he leads with Beedrill, I'll try to get my rocks up. He might knock off with the Beedrill. That would be worst case scenario. We do survive, though. So, let's see. Where's Metagross? Beedrill. Mega Beedrill. Oh, yeah, we're taking any hit for nothing. There's the Kartana. Which might be Scarfed. Max Attack, Jolly. Knockoff doesn't kill. And I can get my rocks up, see if he wants to defog or something. I can also go out into Goodra at this point and not have to worry about taking a ton of damage with my Metagross, which is helpful later. But isn't necessarily required for me to win the game. It's more just... this thing also could be Z, so I have to watch out for a Z attack. Whatever attack he decides to go for here. Wow, why is my HP bar, like, so far off of the HP? Okay. So I could go Goodra. I could just go Stealth Rocks. Kind of scout what he wants to do. I kind of like rocks against this team, so I'm going to set him up. If he has Dark EMZ and he blows it first turn, then, like, damn. But, like, otherwise, we should be able to take that and go for the rocks here. And at this point, I do think Metagross still has value to me, since it does outspeed things after the sticky webs are put up on the field. So I am going to go out into the Goodra here, which is a pretty solid check to the Kartana. Since, yeah, he could knock off my Chesto Berry, but then he's at -1 speed, and I do outspeed him, and I can then go for a Flamethrower, since thankfully Entei does not get Flash Fire this generation anymore, which is pretty great. So we are able to just go Goodra and then click Flamethrower fairly freely. And he could double at this point. He's not going to. He could just knock off a second time, which I could definitely see him doing. Yeah, there's just a second knockoff. So we don't get a ton of information. The GUI will come off, and if he does outspeed me, then we know that he's Scarfed. And he knocked off my Chesto Berry, so he knows that I have Rest now. He could switch out at this point. what do you go into if you switch out? You don't go hard Garchomp here. I don't see him doing that. I could just Toxic. I don't see him going Beedrill either. So it's probably Entei, depending on his Entei spread, or the Hitmonlee. So Toxic's pretty safe, but I think Flamethrower is the option here. I don't know how Shape plays, so I just want to kill what's in front of me. I've learned that... Drink water? Alright. Okay. Chat's telling me to drink water, so that's what I'm going to do. I've learned that I should kill what's in front of me, and sometimes when I first play against somebody, I think that they're going to do a lot more than they are going to do because they're going to use information that they don't have. AKA, they're going to use information that I have of my team. Like, oh, I don't have an answer to this, so they're going to preserve it. Whereas one of the Mons could be an answer to that, so why would they preserve it, kind of thing. And so I think that this is going to be, you know, if he doesn't think I have Flamethrower, if he thought I was just bringing it in for the GUI, then that's going to help me out a lot in this situation. And there we go. So Flamethrower, no Akaberry pops. Does he have Assault Vest? Does he survive it? He survives it with a Sash? Focus Sash. Okay, so we burned the Focus Sash. And there's a Psycho Cut. But we know he outspeed now. Which means that Dragon Pulse is very free since he didn't bring Sylveon. And nothing wants to switch into it. I could rest, but I don't actually think that that's the best play. So I am just going to go for a Dragon Pulse. We clearly outspeed. And we are able to... I wrote Psycho Kurt. It's not Psycho Kurt. It's Psycho Cut. Dragon Pulse is free. It reveals a little bit more of my set, which I don't necessarily love, but it does hit the Entei much, much harder if he does decide to switch that in. Although I don't see him switching this out because of the Stealth Rocks that are up. This may be his Defogger as well. If it's not, then Beedrill is, or Hitmonlee is the spinner. But honestly, at this point, with Kartana being basically just dead without killing anything, that's what I was looking for. So Goodra kills Kartana with Dragon Pulse. And we get to see what he wants to bring in. His entire team outside of Greninja is physical. I mean, I guess you could run Special Entei, but everything else is physical and wants to make physical contact. Which makes Beedrill the only real reasonable switch in here, since it will kill with a U-turn and not take the GUI. So I see Beedrill coming in, but then it takes 25% on this first switch in, which is great, because then it's in quick attack range of any other switch in from my Diggersby. And Goodra, I do not let just die here. There's no reason to. That's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know why you would insinuate that. I let Metagross die, I think. Unless I want the rocks up. If he goes Beedrill, then I'd let Metagross die, because it already has taken the 25% that I needed to take. And ICBA? Okay. I don't know the reference here. Now, does he go for a Dragon-type move? Earthquake will kill. Does he go for a Dragon-type move? When Earthquake kills, and I have nothing that's immune to Earthquake on my team. No, he goes for Earthquake, right? That's sensible. That's reasonable. Now, Garchomp's not a Z user on his team. Kartana is. And we knew he didn't have Z Kartana. So I don't have to worry about Garchomp going for a Z move here. Don't know what item he's going to have, if he's like Banded or something. But I can go Vaporeon. Since Earthquake avoids GUI, he might just set up his own rocks here. I definitely want Webs Up. So I could go Metagross, and if he sets up rocks, then it's a sack regardless. But it gets me the safe switch into Ribombee. Or I could go Vaporeon, and I think Vaporeon is going to be my switch in here. And if he does set up rocks, then I should have gone Ribombee. I mean, that's just like the way it should have been if he does set up rocks here. Just go straight for the EQ. So yeah, we're going to see if he's Adamant or if he's Jolly. Looks like Jolly. And we are just able to eat that hit very easily. Possibly defensive, honestly. And I can click Wish or Toxic at this point. Toxic hits his entire team except Mega Beedrill. Wish is pretty free as well, since there's nothing he can do to me with this. But that's why I want to go for a Toxic. If he goes Mega B, I go into Metagross and sack that at that point. That's honestly, like, what I have to do. So, I'm just going to go for... I could just Scald, too. Scald is 100% free. I'm going to Wish, and if he does go into Greninja, or if he goes for a Toxic, so he's got Toxic. Interesting, okay. So maybe he is defensive, but I'm going to click Toxic on the following turn since I can survive any hit from him. He might have Protect, but I'll get the HP back anyway from Wish, so no reason for me to click Protect at this point. No reason for me to switch out and risk him getting a KO on something. The only Mon that could come in here reasonably feasibly would be Diggersby, since it's not going to die to anything that Garchomp's going to do, and then it would get the Wish back. But I don't think that's a good idea since he could just click Toxic again. And I'm going to click Toxic at this point, since it's a no drawback play. There's the Stealth Rocks. You know, we kind of expected those to come up here with this Garchomp on the field, but we are going to be able to click Toxic. And then we can click Wish again. Don't have Heal Bell in this set, unfortunately. He doesn't have Leftovers. I don't know what item he's got, but we're going to find out, I guess, together. It's another Wish, I think, is the play at this point. Since he can't really do anything to me, and I can always switch out again. I could go Metagross and sack without wishing here, since Earthquake is the obvious play. But it's honestly just get Rabombi in. And Garchomp, by the way that it's built, does not seem to have a Poison-type move. I don't think Poison Jab or Iron Head is his last move. I really just don't see that. It's a dead move against so much of my team right now. And there's an Earthquake. That's fine. We'll take the damage that we need to take here to get a Wish off. We are at 50%, which I don't love. But I can go Rabombi here. It's not... I don't know if that's worth the risk. If he does make the prediction that I'm going Rabombi, that'd be crazy, first off. So I think what I'm going to do is Protect, stall out one extra turn of Toxic, then go Metagross. Sack Metagross, go Rabombi. And then get my webs up. And if Rabombi has to be sacked at that point, and if he does have Spin on Hitmonlee, fine. But it puts so much more pressure on his team that there's just no denying the value in playing it that way. Because Diggersby outspeeds everything except Beedrill after webs. And we are going to be much, much healthier after this Wish, so... And he's going to be down towards 50%. And I'm going to switch out at this point into Metagross. As much as Metagross does help me out in the mid to late game, Vaporeon does so much more. Vaporeon does so much more. Even Toxic, it does so much more. So we're just going to like allow this to Earthquake, and then we're going to go into Rabombi. Garchomp kills Metagross with Earthquake. And honestly, if I go Rabombi, I may click Moonblast. Would I do that? Is that even close to worth it? I could go Vape here. And then click Wish. No, I'm gonna go in Rabombi. Is it worth clicking Moonblast? Because if I click Moonblast, he goes Beedrill. And I have to switch out, and I don't get my webs up. If I click Webs and he doesn't have Iron Head, or Poison Jab, specifically for Rabombi, then we're fine. So I'm gonna click webs and expect this thing doesn't have the coverage for a Bombi. Because why would you leave it in on a Rabombi when I'm just gonna click Moonblast on you? You know, why would you prep to leave it in if you're not scarfed, specifically, for Rabombi? Not to mention, if you wanted to run Ironhead... ooh, he does stay in. Does he click Earthquake? Does he click Toxic? What do you do? What do you do? There's the EQ. We're going to eat that. We're going to take that. That's fine, honestly. Yeah, that's okay with me. And that's a free Moonblast now to take out the Garchomp. And Mega Beedrill can come in, but now we outspeed it, which is amazing. Now, Hitmonlee could come in. Hitmonlee could be White Herb Unburden. I still see that being a set that he's running, potentially. And that's still a huge threat to my team because of the way that I've gotten myself worn down. And Infernape is going to be vitally important to taking that Hitmonlee down at that point. It's going to have to be Infernape going for a Flamethrower, taking an EQ, which it can do. And then... but if he's not Unburdened, then... So if he's Unburdened, he goes straight Hitmonlee here. If he's Unburdened in White Herb, or Normal Gem, or whatever, he goes straight into Hitmonlee. That's like his play. Because Mega Beedrill no longer outspeeds, and this thing learns Psychic. Rabombi kills Garchomp with Moonblast. Now I don't have Psychic, but he doesn't know that. And that's the most important thing right now. If he goes Mega B, then either that has Defog, which would be crazy, or he's really counting on me not having Psychic. McBadbat is... Yeah, that's the Hitmonlee. So let's see the White Herb. Yeah, so White Herb, Unburdened. So that's... Yeah, I definitely saw that coming. Now, I could switch out. I actually have enough HP, I believe, to survive one more switch into Stealth Rocks. I do. Or I can just sack this thing at this point. And then go into Infernape safely. Which I think is the better play. And if he Rapid Spins predicting a switch, predicting me to preserve this, then we're in great shape. There's chance. There's hope. Or if he high jump kicks, predicting a switch. Dude, I mean, let's be honest. Defog Mega B is a set. It's real. There's a reason that I'm counting on, like, I'm potentially expecting him to bring it because of how much Webbs does against his team. And he saw that, which is why he went White Herb Unburdened. But since we know he's Unburdened and we know he's not, whatchamacallit, Reckless. Not Hitmonchan. High jump kick. So he does Stone Edge. Okay. And he lands the Stone Edge. That was bold to go for Stone Edge there. So Hitmonlee kills Rabombi with Stone Edge. After Stealth Rocks, if he's Adamant, high jump kick has a 12.5% chance to kill my Infernape, and Earthquake has a 30% chance to kill. Alternatively, I can go into my Vaporeon, and I can either click Scald and try to get a burn, or Toxic, since I do take a high jump kick pretty easily. And then Protect. Scald's going to do more than 2 turns of Toxic would. So I'm going to click Scald here. He goes for the Rapid Spin, so he does get rid of the webs here. If he had missed that that Stone Edge, dude, no burn for me. Sad day. It's okay. We still take a high jump kick from this range. Unless he's... Well, if he's Adamant, we know that he was White Herb. And I'm at 125. Well, no, to be fair, Rapid... Oh, that's Rock Slide. I was like, Rapid Spin should do 18%. What? No, Rock Slide should have done 18%. Rapid Spin should do 5% if he's adamant. But he's down to 50%. How much does Banded Quick Attack do from Diggersby? That's a good question. Wow, I had a chance to kill it before with a Banded Quick Attack. I could protect if I think he wants to go high jump kick here. I'm gonna wish. Close combat. That's, yeah, so the thing is, like, he could have close combat instead of high jump kick. Specifically because of the fact that he wants the white herb to pop, even if I don't give him the sticky webs. So we are gonna, I believe, survive. But honestly, if we don't survive, we do survive. So I could go into my Infernape, but I believe the best play is clicking Protect here. Although that may not have been the best play. I should have probably gone Infernape there. Close combat doesn't kill. High jump kick might. Close combat doesn't. But then again, he would then outspeed me the following turn, and although he'd be at -2 defense and special defense. So Vacuum Wave could have potentially, I don't know. There's pros and cons to everything I just decided that I just wanted to do right there. I think I have to let Vaporeon... Do I have to let Vaporeon go down? Probably. With Stealth Rock still on my side of the field and not on his, I think I have to let Vaporeon go down. So I'm going to click Scald here. He's going to click Close Combat and take me out. So Hitmonlee kills Vaporeon with Close Combat. He's at -2. So I can definitely go into Diggersby and click Quick Attack and kill it. If his last move is Mach Punch, then he'll do some damage, but he won't kill me. And yeah, there's no rocks, which is sad days. And there's no webs, which again, sad days. Not the end of the world, but not the greatest thing in the world either. Still a winnable game. So he does it with the Mach Punch, so he's going to do a chunk, but it's not going to kill. And we are going to Quick Attack and take out the Hitmonlee. So he had the perfect set for what I brought, which is pretty wild. Diggersby kills Hitmonlee with Quick Attack. Without the rocks, I can't really stay in with the Diggersby yet. I can't just let it go down for nothing. Although I am running out of resources to let go down. Greninja. I don't know. Froppy, that's got to be the Greninja. And he must have Water Shuriken for this to be brought in here. I feel like you have to have Water Shuriken or you wouldn't have brought... I mean, it does survive a hit. It does take one... Or it does survive one hit. But I feel like you must have gone... You must have Water Shuriken. Then do I have to stay in? Or do I go into Greninja here? Not Greninja, Infernape here. Let that go down. And then come back into the... I mean... No, it's not going to matter. I think this Greninja has it if he has Water Shuriken. So I'm going to click Quick Attack here, and if he... Yeah, there's the Water Shuriken. And I don't see a way that I can kill this thing. And so, Greninja, Water Shuriken, Life Orb. So Greninja kills Diggersby with Water Shuriken. Infernape, I mean, it depends on his role with the Water Shuriken. But even then, I have no coverage for this. 3 hits doesn't kill with a Life Orb on the Infernapes that I'm running. But he's not Dark type, so Vacuum Wave is not doing that much damage at all. I'm gonna go Goodra here. Although I don't think that's necessarily the best play. Because of the Stealth Rock damage, mostly. I have to click Rest. I have no choice. If for some reason he decides to double, or to switch out, or I don't know. I legitimately don't know how I can find a path to victory at this moment in time. Allowing the Hitmonlee to Rapid Spin instead of going straight into Diggersby was probably the biggest misplay I made this game. It seems like this team has the ability to win every single matchup that I play with them, and then I always seem to throw it away by making the wrong plays. Not because the team is bad, but because I actively don't make the correct play. Oh, interesting. He's going to switch out now. Greninja kills Goodra with Ice Punch. He has to switch out now. Because now he's slow. What do you do? Go Entei? Probably. Or I guess he just clicks Water Shuriken. But I can click Vacuum Wave and do 50% before he does that. But then what? Then I still don't kill him next turn. I'm gonna click Vacuum Wave and do 50% since I'm faster now. Ha. Gooey. If he gets 2 or 3 hits, then there's a decent chance that we can still be okay. Or if he switches out. If he switches out into Entei, then I should have clicked Toxic. 100% should have clicked Toxic if he switched out into Entei. If Entei is Bulldoze, then I don't even know. At some point, it's just like, he's got so many answers left. Yeah, there's the switch out. Toxic was the correct play. Show me Bulldoze. Show me the perfect prep. Real talk, I should have expected the Rapid Spin on the Hitmonlee. Toxic. What do you have on your Entei for me? If it's Bulldoze, then I'm slow, and that's bad. If it's Stomping Tantrum, then I'm fast, and we take it. Not that many of them. But possibly more than just like possibly one more if I slack off here. Which I am gonna do because I don't know. Reasons? It does too much damage, but maybe he makes a weird play and switches out when he realized that I'm bulky Infernape? I don't know. Dude, I would Toxic Stall an Entei with an Infernape, and it will not go well, but I will certainly try. Stomping Tantrum, obviously 100% accurate move. There's no reason for me to click Slack Off again, I don't think. Did he crit me the first time? Because I'm 2 HP less than I was last time. So I don't know why it did more damage the first time. But I clicked Slack Off again. I wasn't going to do this. But then I only took just over 50% with that. The second one. Why did I mean the damage roll? I guess is pretty wide. Yeah, that one did a lot more than 50%. So I don't really know. This damage range is just absolutely insane right now. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't end up mattering too much because of the fact that Greninja still kills me with Water Shuriken. Oh, he's got the E-Speed. He just put me in E-Speed range. Yo, that's good prep. So what could I have done differently? And I always try to ask myself this question in any... Oh, God. In any game that I lose. So Entei kills Infernape with extreme speed. What could I have done differently to make that game go differently? And I honestly think keeping my Ribombee alive when the Hitmonlee came in, going straight into Goodra at that point, or Infernape, would have probably been a better play. That way I could have kept Sticky Web pressure for the rest of the game. If he missed that Stone Edge, dude, if he missed that Stone Edge, I mean, like, let's be honest. Yeah, I admit he had an 80% chance to win right there. But, like, or I guess not win, but, like, take a huge commanding lead. But if he missed that Stone Edge, which there's a 20% chance that I could have, like, really had a good positioning in that game. If Hitmonlee had died without killing 2 Mons, Greninja's still not, it does not outspeed Ribombee anymore. Has to go for Water Shuriken, reveal that it's Life Orb, reveal that it's Water Shuriken earlier, which would be amazing. I would still have my Vaporeon alive. So honestly, I think I can't rely on hacks. This team needs to be changed. Personally, I think I need to make some adjustments for the upcoming weeks with this team because I do think that there's severe holes. But it's like I think I'm starting to see where those holes are on this team. And I think I can play them better. And I mean, maybe it's me. Like, maybe I'm just bad now. But I won earlier today. So, honestly, at some point I have to say, okay, let me take a look. Like, let me zoom out and take a look at this team. So, I need Jirachi. I don't think I need Jirachi. I need a flying type. Or like a, yeah, like something off the ground. I need a Levitator or a flying type. So, I'll look into something like that. Celesteela would be pretty great. So we'll see. I'll try to figure something out, but front office, if you guys ever want to help me ever again, since you guys all just like abandoned me, which was super fun. But yeah, so this team, I lost. I admit it. And great game to Shay. Take nothing away from really good prep on your part. I still think I had a chance to win that game, and I still think I played poorly. So I'm going to look at this team, I'm going to take a serious look, take a step back, and try to figure out what's wrong with it so that I can fix it. I've done that before, and it's worked out really, really well. I've had 4-game losing streaks before, and I've made playoffs, so I'm not expecting this to be the end of the New York Empoleon. But it's a tough start and a tough road ahead of us to make sure that we get ourselves into playoff contention. But with that, I will see you guys later. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys back again next week with TBL and PCL content galore, as well as the new series that I alluded to at the beginning of this video. So, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody. Dude, Shay, you had the balls to go for that. I can't believe it. I cannot believe you had the balls to go for that. Honest to God, that's wild. Insane. So, great game, dude. That was really good prep. I talk about it a lot at the end of the video. Just like, I just got out prepped.